Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here. Today we're talking about coaching, and one really important thing that I try to do as a coach, and it's to make everyone feel important. Everyone, okay? So we're going to get into that in a second. Before we do that, today's video is sponsored by Rocket Sports. Rocket makes top quality baseball gear and equipment. We use a ton of their stuff with our Antonelli baseball teams. We highly recommend that you check them out. If you go to the description box below and click on the link, you're going to be able to get 15% off of your order at Rocket. So definitely go and check that out. Okay, making everyone feel important. Now, one thing I really like to do is, and this is probably just because I'm old now, I used to like to really read up on players, right? When I was younger, A-Rod was actually, people might yell at me for this. When I was younger, when A-Rod was with the Mariners and then the Rangers, he's my favorite player of all time. Nomar Garcia-Parra, Manny Ramirez, all these guys. I used to try to read up on every little thing I could about them, right? Soak up, I just wanted to, how does he do everything, right? Now that I'm an old guy now, I do the same thing with managers, right? Like baseball managers, football coaches, business managers, right? Just to see how they do things. And one thing that I almost always hear over and over again, no matter who I'm reading on, if they were a great coach, if they were a great manager, they made sure that they made everybody feel important and feel like everybody is part of the organization. Everyone is important to help the team win, to help the organization win, right? So I was just reading a thing on Bill Walsh, and he would go so far as he would know everyone's name within, no matter what you did in the organization, whether you're the best player, the worst player, whether you were the secretary, whether you were the guy parking cars or washing cars or the person that was cleaning stuff or whatever. It didn't matter. He tried to know everybody's name because he was a firm believer in that. Number one, you want to make everyone feel important. You want to make everyone feel like their job, no matter what the job is, they're helping the organization win games. And it is true. He actually, it was a funny story. He went and listened to how one of the people would answer the phone when people would call into the stadium, and he would give instructions on, no, you're going to answer the phone this way. And here's the football coach, right? So 49ers coach, and he's telling people how to answer the phones, which you would think has nothing to do with football. But like I said, he thought that anybody that was in the organization, anyone that would touch anybody that had to do with the organization, he wanted to make sure they were doing the best job that they possibly could. So when it comes to baseball, I really try to do the same exact thing with the players, okay, as a coach. So as a high school coach, as a travel ball coach, I try to do it with the players, I try to do it with the coaches. Anyone within the organization, I'm trying to make sure that everyone feels important. What happens a lot of times, I feel like, is with a lot of teams, it's like the players can tell who the coach thinks is really important on the team and who the coach thinks is like, we really don't need this guy. Like, if you disappeared, it really wouldn't matter. We'd probably still win just as many games as we would without you. So, or with you. And the players can really sense that, obviously. And some coaches, I don't think they really realize that they're doing it. Maybe some do, but I don't think a lot of coaches realize it. So one thing that I really try to do is I want to try to make everybody feel important. So whether you're the best player on the team, the worst player on the team, the starting player on the team, the guy that hasn't played a single inning all year, I want to try to make everybody feel the same exact way. And I'm a huge Bill Belichick fan. I know a lot of people yell at me when I say this all the time. A lot of people don't like Belichick, huh? But I love Bill Belichick. I think he's one of the greatest, maybe the greatest coach of all time, probably the greatest coach of all time. And one thing that they always talk about is how he coaches and treats Tom Brady the same way that he does the 53rd guy in the roster, right? And so when you do that, when you can get on the best player on the team, right? When you coach the best player the same way that you would coach the bottom player, right? If you can yell at Tom Brady, then you can yell at anybody. And the players see that, and the players say, well, he's yelling at this guy, he's pushing this guy I better freaking get in line and do that. And it works the same way when it comes with making everyone feel like they're part of the organization. If I can treat the best player just like I would treat the guy that maybe isn't playing, I feel like personally it helps everyone continue to work hard. A lot of times, I've seen it a lot, where the players, after a while, they're like, oh, I'm not playing as much. I'm not a starter. Like, am I really helping the team? Oh, I can slack off a little bit. Oh, I don't have to do the extra work. Oh, I don't have to do this. And almost every year that I've coached, somebody that maybe wasn't playing a lot at the beginning of the year, maybe wasn't vital to the team or vital to the team's success at the very beginning of the year, always ends up playing a role in some way in helping the team win. So I'm a firm believer that everybody will eventually play some type of role to help the team win, whether you're playing all the time or you're not playing all the time. So whether we need a pinch runner or a defender late in the game, or somebody goes down and we need to put somebody in the game and that player hasn't been playing, right? In some way, everyone on the roster is going to have an impact on the game. Almost always. I've almost never seen it where like some guys just make zero impact on the game. And so again, if I want to make sure that that guy's ready to do the job, that that guy's in the game, that that guy is bringing a good attitude every single day, whether he's playing or not playing, so he's not dragging other players down, well, then you have to make sure that everyone feels important, everyone feels part of the team, everyone feels that they're significant and that they can eventually play a really big role in the season and help the team get W's. So, like I said, that's one thing that I'm always trying to keep in mind, and I want to make sure that I'm not acting one way to the best player and one way to the guy that hasn't played. I want to try to act the same way to everyone and make sure that everyone feels important and everyone feels like they will contribute, hopefully, at some point, and that they're ready to contribute and help the team win at some point during the year. So hopefully that makes sense. Just something I was thinking about. I was thinking about some coaching things and things that I've seen over the years that some coaches are really good at and some coaches aren't really that good at. So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video with all your friends. Give the video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Check the description box below. We got a bunch of stuff down there that I think you guys will enjoy, so check that out. And that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.